All right, let's make another short video, as I said I would, about working out clean. That means no music, no audiobooks, no nothing. Just you and the weights or the run or the swim or whatever it may be. So I'll tell you a story. So this is a while back, and I I didn't fall asleep without noise. I didn't do anything without noise. I didn't do anything without listening to something or having some sort of distraction because my mind was a mess, right? I had a lot of internal demons to battle. And so I even falling asleep, like I would listen back in the day, like I'd listen to a podcast falling asleep. And I'd listen to a podcast, I listened to something while doing everything. Just any running, didn't matter. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna get in the pool and swim. Now I know that they exist, like the earphones for the pool and like all that good stuff. But I didn't have the money at the time to do something like that. I was like, the technology just wasn't hardly there yet, and it was expensive. And these guys had they'd have armbands and like all these things, and it was probably pretty pricey. And I was broke as a joke back in the day. So anyway, so I decided to start swimming. And swimming, when you haven't swam in a while, just doing you know 100 meters becomes grueling, and you want to take a break after the 100 meters, and you got to go back and do whatever 10 sets of 100 meters or something, just kind of build yourself up and then build. So I did. Anyway, the point of the story is this. So luckily for me, that was the same time that I started going back to church and really praying in quiet. You can't go to church and pop in your headphones. I mean, you can, but it would be entirely rude. So I started going to mass. I started, you know, spending time after mass in silence in the church. There, you got to battle a lot of demons. So then this is happening at the same exact time that I am starting to swim. Now I'm swimming completely clean. I have no earphones. I have no nothing with me. So I get in the water, and all I'm listening to is my breath and the strokes and my kicking, and I'm pacing it out 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and I'm breathing, and I'm kind of pacing out all of uh, all of my swimming, but my mind the entire time is swimming with all of those kind of unfaced demons that I would quiet down with earphones had it been any other time. So now, not only am I going and praying in church or meditating, whatever you guys want to kind of call it, is I'm now also doing the same thing, and I'm battling all those thoughts in my mind while I'm in the pool. So I got two things going at once, and thankfully for me, I was able to face a lot of those demons down and start to make sense of all of them and quiet my own mind, so I didn't need distraction anymore. Now I work out completely clean. I run clean. I lift clean. Swim obviously clean. I do everything. I'm perfectly comfortable, completely alone by myself, with my own thoughts. So that's a big positive thing. The other thing that I recommend to a lot of you guys is, and also during the same exact time, I ended up picking up the rosary. Now that's another one where you start learning how to pray the rosary, and no one taught me how to do this, so I started to figure it out. I downloaded the PDF and like printed it out and like all this stuff. So anyway, so I start praying the rosary, right? Or I got a booklet. I don't know what it was. I probably did a combination of a couple things to find out, because I had no idea. I had these beads. I was like, all right, what am I going to do with them? So I started praying the rosary, and that's something I did at first with earphones on because I couldn't quiet my mind. My mind is just like a mess of thoughts and demons and conjumbled and everything everywhere all the time. So from there, I learned the prayers. I got the PDF. I, memorized everything. I got it all squared away. And then I started praying clean. and just, going through the repetition of the prayers. And during the repetition, it was like, and I've described it this way, and I described it this way to, a long time ago, priest friend of mine. It was like, it's like having like two things happening at the same time. Like you're saying the rosary or repeating the prayers like in your mind, and at the same exact time there's, thoughts going through your mind, like a different level, and they're both like functioning like this. You know what I mean? Going like that. Anyway, so here's how that started to work. That was another way that I started to quiet my mind, because I had to deal with those those thoughts, those demons, if you want to call it that, and start quieting my mind. So I'm praying the rosary, I'm swimming, I'm quieting my mind there, and it takes a lot of practice, right? You got to face all of it head on. Swimming, praying the rosary, working out cleanly, starting to run clean. Then I'm starting to go to sleep clean with no earphones. And from then on out, once I started to face all of those things, it takes a long time to quiet your mind and to become at peace. Then I'm going to confession at the same time, so I'm kind of taking the burden off of myself, and that's another video for a different time of going to confession to battle stuff at the same exact time. And from there, everything really started to quiet down, and then I could finally do all these tasks and almost like pray during my workouts, or have thoughts and think about work, or how to strategies around something I should be doing or I shouldn't be doing, or around how to lead a situation particularly, or uh, how to lead something in my marriage, or how to parent appropriately with my kids. My mind was now quiet to focus on the task that was at hand. So I suggest to a lot of you guys to start working through the process of quieting your mind. That's going to be YouTube first, like shutting off my silly video, shutting your phone down, and starting to go through that process. I'll make another video about that, and that way you guys have some stuff to think about that really helped me.